should students not pack up before the bell?
Because usually teachers are teaching right up to the bell, and students should be using all of their time wisely right up until the bell to complete whatever tasks that are required in that time frame.
Is it disrespectful to you when you try to teach and they are packing up?
Yes, because especially if the teacher's talking and kids are making noise, it's distracting a lot of people, the teacher and the kids.
How does it affect your students' learning?
They're not using every moment they can to learn or gain some kind of new information or practice.
Why do you think students pack up early?
They're just thinking about the next thing that they have to go do or get to. I don't necessarily think it's always because they're trying to avoid the work. I just think they're thinking ahead too much.
Do you let your students pack up early?
Only if we need to organize in some way. There's a lot of things to organize for the day or clean up with art, but pack up early, no, we're using every moment of our learning time together right up until the end. I'm actually usually late and then we're frantic to get out.
Students pack up before the bell.
Okay, well, I don't really like when my students pack up crazy right before the bell, because if they pack up earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier, so then they're packed up like 6 minutes before the end of the period, and they could be doing a lot in those 6 minutes.
Is it disrespectful to you when you're trying to teach and the students are packing up?
No, not really.
How does
I
it
don't feel that
affect
way.
How does it affect your students' learning?
Well, I kind of said in the first one, if they're packing up earlier and earlier and earlier, then they could be getting so much more done of their practice work, or we could have done groups, or we could have gotten more accomplished in the time. Used our time more wisely.
Why do you think students pack up early?
They're panicked because they're afraid they're going to get a detention or be tardy to their next class. That is a fact. Right, kids?
Yes.
Fact.
Do you let your students pack up early?
I do. We have a timekeeper as our class job. So usually it's their job, because sometimes I'm forgetful, and I will tell them a minute or two before the end of the period. They will go ahead, and the timekeeper's job is to give us 2 minutes so that they can put their writing books back. And if I forget, oh my gosh, it's mayhem. These kids will like go over and they like throw their books, so it's chaos. I really try hard to kind of have the kids and myself be accommodating to their 2 minutes I give them to put their materials away, check their assignment notebooks, so we can go out in a calm, peaceful way.
Thank you.
Why should students not pack up before the bell?
It's disrespectful to teachers and not following the rules.
How does it affect your students' learning?
I think if they pack up early, then they're not focusing on what they need to be focusing on, whether it's writing in their assignment notebooks or finishing up a lesson.
Why do you think students pack up early?
Because they want to get out.
Do you let students pack up early?
No. And I make my students stay in their seat until the bell rings as well.
Thank you. Students not pack up before the bell.
So students should not pack up before the bell because they miss out on the last minute information, and it's also loud, makes a lot of noise.
Is it disrespectful to you when you try to teach and they pack up?
Yes, more so because I get them into a routine and they should know not to do that, and I usually give them a couple minutes to get their stuff together, so yes, it is a bit disrespectful.
How does it affect your students' learning?
It affects student learning because, like I said, they miss the last minute or so of instruction. They might miss what the homework is for the next day. They might miss the last minute information.
Do you let your students pack up early?
They usually do, but I tell them not to. I usually give them like a 2-minute warning.
Why do you think students pack up early?
Main reason is to get to the next class on time, as well as making sure they get to see their friends in the hallway.
Why should students not pack up early?
I don't think students should pack up early because they miss the announcement of what should be written down in their assignment notebook before they head out of class.
Is it disrespectful to you when you're trying to teach and they're packing up?
I think it's disrespectful to me, but also the other students who then don't get to hear what I'm saying.
How does it affect your students' learning?
I think it affects student learning because some students have missing work and some students don't take the assignments home with them for homework, and so they are missing out on that extra instruction time.
Why do you think students pack up early?
I think students pack up early because they are anxious about what they have to do next and have to have pressure to get to their next class on time.
Do you let your students pack up early?
I do not let my students pack up early or stand by the door.